Hey my friends, this is Burchfiel, Senior Pastor of Discover Church. And I want to take a minute and share with you my faith story about how Jesus Christ changed my life. You know, for me, my big issue was self-esteem and personal value. You know, growing up, I was an only child, and my mom and dad, they loved me, but I felt like they had to love me. And so I really placed my value on what my peers thought of me, my friends thought of me. Growing up in elementary school, I was the most popular kid, and because I had so many people that wanted to be my friend and liked me and valued me, I felt like I was important. I felt like I had worth. But after my 4th grade year, I started going to another school, and I went from being the most popular kid to being the least popular kid. And all of a sudden, because I didn't have anyone around me that I thought valued me, I felt like I was worthless. Matter of fact, I remember there coming a day where I felt like I was more valuable dead than alive. I felt like my life had no meaning and had no purpose, and I felt like I was just a little bit less than the dirt you would clean off your shoes after a rainy day. But you know, there came a point where my parents started taking me to church, and I remember hearing a very important verse, John 3:16, that says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life." And you know, when I heard that verse, it really impacted me, because for the very first time I realized that there was a God that loved me and gave something for me. Matter of fact, it reminded me my dad collected coins, and I had a coin that was dated 1913. It was a penny. And I looked it up in his coin book, and it was worth $7. And I remember going up to my mom and saying, "Hey, look, I got $7 right here. This penny is $7. And I went up to my dad, and he said, "Dee, that's not $7. That's a penny." And I said, "No, you don't understand. That book says that penny is worth $7. And he goes, "Dee, I want you to realize something. That penny is worth what someone will give you for it. If you can find someone that will give you $7, then that's what it's worth. If you can find someone that will give you $2 for it, that's what it's worth." But he said, if we went to Walmart today and you tried to spend that penny, they would only give you 1 cent for it. And because worth is based on what someone's willing to give you. Well, I want to fast forward back to that John 3:16 moment when it said, "For God so loved the world, for God so loved Burchfiel, that he gave his only begotten Son." I realized that my worth was based on what God had given for me. And he gave his Son, Jesus. And at that point, I realized that what I needed to do was stop trying to trust my value to people and start trusting my value to the Lord. And so I prayed and I asked Jesus to come into my life and to change my life. And at that moment, he did. And I can promise you that since that day, yeah, have I struggled some with the way I view myself and my worth? Of course, everyone does. But I want you to know where I place my worth today. I place it in the truth that Jesus is my Lord, and that he bought me and he paid a price for me. And because of that, that makes me more valuable than anything else on the planet. And you know what? That goes for you too. Jesus died for you, making you more valuable than anything. If you want to learn how Jesus can change your life, then come join us this coming Sunday at Discover Church at the Wichita Sports Forum at 10:30 a.m. We look forward to seeing you at Discover, where you can discover life at Discover Church.